Hey, what's up you guys? It's Sean from the 5 Mages, and today I'm going to do a Unity tutorial. Now I have Unity open right now, and I also have Blender. If you want to model something in Unity, I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm also going to show you how to make a simple world. So let's get started. First, you're going to go to Create. You're going to go to Create, and then you're going to press Terrain. Now it's going to be really zoomed in, and you're going to want to zoom out, or just double click this. And then what you're going to do, decide what you want to make first. If you want to make mountains first, then this is what you're going to do. So you're going to go over here to Terrain, Script, and you're going to press the icon with the mountain and the arrow sign on it. And then here are all the brushes you can use. What I like to do is I like to use this brush, and then I like to you have to turn the brush size up if it's down, by the way. I like to use this brush, and then here, I'll show you. So what you're going to do, you're going to want to make a rough terrain right here. And you can do it however you want, but this is how I like to do it. I like to make it on all 4 corners, but I'm not going to do that right now. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this rough terrain, and as you can see, it'll get really weird as you zoom out, but that's normal. So then you're going to take this big brush, and you're gonna put it on the terrain you made. So you're gonna go like this, and it'll make it bigger, and you'll have a little bit more of detail, I think. And yeah, and then whatever you want to add pretty much is okay. You can use this brush, for instance, to make it nice and rough and stuff and rough terrain. You can even use I like this one. I like to use this one a lot because it makes a lot of ruffles in the ground, I guess you could say. And now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna decide what these mountains are like. So Unity by default has textures. Now you're gonna click this paintbrush texture, and you're gonna go to Edit Texture and then Add Texture. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna select on Texture, and then you're gonna pick your stuff. Now I have all these textures, but by default Unity only has a couple. I even have welcome sign. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this grass. That's what I'm gonna use right now, because I'm not gonna advertise something that you guys won't have. You're gonna add it. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna be all over your terrain. There's gonna be no escaping from the grass. So what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna do add texture again, and then you're gonna take like let me get the dirt text. This is also a default texture. And then you can take these paintbrushes and you can brush on the texture like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush this part dirt, and I'm gonna add texture again, select, and I'm gonna take the cliff rock texture, this cliff rock texture. I'm gonna add it and select it. I'm gonna add that to the mountains. So that's what my mountains are gonna look like. I just had a hiccup there. So if you want to make this more smooth, you can go over here and I didn't mean to do that. You can go over here and take the dirt and make it as smooth as you want. And you can also, if you want to make more grass on the hill, you could take one of these kinds of brushes and kind of add this a little bit, just so you have a little bit of blendage there. See, it's less, how do I describe this? It's more green than the other ones. So I guess you're wondering, well, we made a mountain and stuff, but how do we, there's nothing on it. How do we do this? How do we make someone be there, and how do we play the game? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to assets, and I have all these assets, and you're gonna search char, and then you're gonna get to character controllers. Double click that, and then take this first person controller and drag it onto your screen. Now it's gonna be really tiny when you first place it, and what you're gonna want to do is, since it's in the ground, see, if I play it right now, It'll literally just fall through the terrain. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna zoom in on it so we can see it, or we can just double click this again. We're gonna hit these quadruple arrows on the top, and we're gonna take the green one and we're gonna drag it up. So that's there. And then if you wanted to make it bigger, you can click on these arrows and you can make them taller or really short or whatever you want to do. I'm gonna make them a bit taller because that's how I like it. It's pretty much just a preference thing and something you have to play around with. And also, these arrows that are curving around, I can't really describe the arrows, I'm bad at it. You can tilt stuff. So I could tilt this guy over here. And yeah. So that's tilting. Now if I go onto the game, look, see, it looks really weird. Especially because I tilted it, so you can tilt it again and tilt it back to where you want it. And then the thing about Unity is when you make a world, you have to have light, no matter what. So what I'm gonna do, well, first I'm gonna move this guy up here a little bit. Make sure he's not in the, oh yeah, he's flying, whatever. So it relies on light. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Game Object, Create Other, Game Object, Create Other, and then you're going to do Point Light. That's what I like to use. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this point light, you're gonna select these, gosh, it's hard to select it. You're gonna select these little things, and you're gonna make it bigger. And as you can see, as you make it bigger, it makes a light. And you can go over here and change the range, like, so what if I made it like that? That's really big. And you can change the intensity over here, like that. Looks really weird, so I'm not gonna do that. And then here is the color. Now you're wondering, how could light have color? Well, you know the color that lanterns give? Well, that is how this works. Lanterns give, you know, I don't know how to describe this, but yellowish light, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here. We're gonna change it to yellow if you want like a lantern light or whatever. And now it looks like maybe a giant lantern in the sky would be making this. That's what I used in one of my games that I made, and I'll show you that if you want to see that. Yeah, so that's that. You add the light, and see if I spawn right here, I'm falling because I was in the sky. So you can walk around and stuff. And now you're probably wondering, blue, just blue, blue. Well, this blue is, yeah, kind of boring. So what you want to do is you're gonna unclick. Oh yeah, by the way, to play it, you have to press this button. To add a different sky, you go to Edit, and then you go to Render Settings. You click on Render Settings. It should show up over here. And then you're gonna see Skybox Material. Now, Skybox Material, you're gonna click on the little eye icon right here, and I have a bunch of textures. So yeah, by the way, your textures will show up, which is kind of weird, I thought. But so if you look up here, I added overcast. What I'm gonna add is I'll just add dusk. I'll just add dawn dusk because this one's my favorite. See, if we go on here, we can see that the sky is pretty, you know, cool. So yes, we have the dawn dusk and everything, and now I promised at the beginning of the video, that I would show you how to make something out of Blender and then bring it into Unity. Well, I'm not gonna have time for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another video, which is probably gonna be coming out very soon after this, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, guys, bye. This is Sean, going out live. I don't know where that came from, but bye, guys. See you later.